It is time.
All right, y'all. This is Mehliana. It's Brad Maldow and Mark Juliana, and this is their song, Hungry Ghost. Check it out.
What a gorgeous sound.
Yeah. There's so much emotion in it already.
So that bottom instrument, it's a Fender Rhodes. That's exactly what Billy Preston was playing on the last song that we just listened to.
Nice.
I love the way this song is kind of like slides open, you know what I mean? They haven't even, it's like still like on the runway.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Damn, he's quick. It kind of reminds me of Go Go Penguin.
A little bit like that, yep.
What's that to do?
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
I like how he was using his hi-hat right there to like keep a tight time while going hard on the cymbals. Damn, they're just digging in.
Yeah.
Having a hard place to find a stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Just the two, it's such a complete full sound with those two guys.
I could listen to that literally all day. It makes
Yeah.
it makes all the ADHD things in my brain go.
This is the kind of music
Like-
that I'd like to lay on the floor and with my headphones on and just close my eyes and listen to.
I was like, I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but this sounds like really good music to just like disassociate to.
Yeah.
And like just I mean like in like a comfortable way, just like to like
Yeah.
days off too, and like kind of like just daydream and
Live
like
in that world.
yes, I really enjoy this.
Envelop. Let it envelop you.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike?
So the first thing right off the bat is I like how the keyboardist takes these like really unusual turns and like modulations to like the patterns and phrasing that he's doing. That sounds really just like almost like dark and like very like
Very dark,
unsettling almost. But like because it's like your brain like because of all the music I've ever heard, like it wants something, and then
Right.
they take you to like another thing, which I like. The other thing I really like about it is how like they're still going through the deep bag of tricks, right?
Yeah.
They started off kind of showing you like a little bit and then like a little bit more and then like a little bit more, and we're like 3.5-4 minutes into the thing, and like they still like are
Revealing themselves in layers.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly, which I really like because some bands like come right out the gate, you know, like for example that other song that you played for us by Big Yuki, it was like right out the gate. It's like bam, here's what we're playing with, here's the tools in the toolbox. But with these guys, like I feel like it's like they're constantly revealing all the different things that they're doing, and I like how they kind of like go into a feeling and then they just dig in like as hard as they can into that feeling. And where other bands, like at the point we are right now before we stopped, other bands would kind of like move away from what they're doing, but they just keep doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down into like
it.
this feeling and like cratering into this like emotional state that they're trying to bring you in. And I'm right along for the ride.
Absolutely. What made you bring this today?
These guys are dope. I mean, Mehliana is a fantastic drummer. He has a group called Beat Music that he worked, that is kind of some of his original stuff. He does the jazz stuff. He does hip hop. He does a whole different kind of just new creative music. And he actually, I'm pretty sure he was the drummer on David Bowie's last record, on the Black Star one.
Oh, wow.
So it's like him and Donnie McCaslin on sax, and then a few other guys as well. But he's a fantastic musician. I think the story goes just like he's playing at the 55 bar, and I guess it was some friend of David Bowie or someone who came and saw him. David, I guess he went down to the show, checked them out, and was like, "Yo, you guys are going to play on my record."
Yeah, that's
So,
incredible.
it's cool. And then Brad Maldau has been in the jazz scene for a while. He's been a staple for sure. I've seen him do shows with John Schofield and other people as well. But I mean, here you have another keyboard player, similar to Yuki, who's able to facilitate his use his left hand, both hands, very well, and it's hard to do that. And then, because it's about being in time and being locked in with the drummer, and specifically the kick too, so having the space and knowing how to navigate, and just to think about all the changes, and like you said, Anna, like the layering and time, it's just, these guys bring something completely different, and the musicianship is definitely there.
Top tier.
Yeah, and I think that I like your story that you just said about how they were playing at a gig and they were approached to just like be on, a record. And the record that they were on, the musicians were just so prolific that he was literally able to just walk up and be like, I want you.
You,
And they were
right
like,
now.
okay. And it's like that only happens when there's so much mutual respect. And I feel like with TAUK and the way that you guys collaborate with other people, you guys are just like, we want you. And they're like, that's what we want too. And then you all make it happen. And it's the hallmark of like a really good musician. Yeah, exactly. Of being able to not only be so trustful of your own abilities to work well with others, but you're like, this is the sound I want. And the other musician is like, that's what I want to. And it's like a no-brainer. And I feel like in order to achieve that meeting of the minds, it just takes such a monumental, like, from both sides to be able to like meet and like decide that they want to do that. So it just makes me appreciate what you guys do like a lot more just from hearing that story and thinking about it like that.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Let's get back into them making this cake and putting the layers on.
Yeah.
Jesus.
His right hand is the keys continue to go on that pattern. While he's playing the left hand, it's just like it hasn't stopped for a while.
Oh my gosh.
It's cool how they just locked in like that. It's so sick. It's like a drone almost.
I feel like I'm being put under like a
It's
spell.
like hypnosis.
Yes. I love this. Oh my god. They finally let me breathe.
Ooh, I loved how he just took a back seat in that way. Very cool.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still keeping the rhythm with one hand. He hasn't stopped like the whole time.
Wow.
Ooh, I just got full body chills.
It sounds like something out of a video game and a movie at the same time.
Wow.
They could have done that for like another 4.5 hours, and I'd be like, okay.
I'm really just in awe, and I'm absolutely in love with the way that they just really dug in for so long, and it's like unloading you with so much information, and then like finally at the end, it's like this big open space for you to breathe, and it's like it's the control in that is just so meticulous and impressive.
That's kind of like how I feel like it is too. John Boggs in the chat says, I wonder if when they wrote this song, if it was just a riff. It's so complex. Yeah. And that's what I wonder too. It's probably like, hey, I'm going to do this thing. And then when I do this, then I'm going to do that. And we're just going to kind of like, just kind of fuck around until we do that. And then it's like more messing around. And then we're going to do that, which goes to this, right? And so I don't think it was like just like a straight up sheet music thing. I think there was a lot of improv. Right. Yeah. What do you think, AC?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's definitely reoccurring themes here. And a melody. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I mean, with music that is, this is dense and there's a lot going on. Like you said, there's a lot of information that we're taking in, and I mean, we can only our ears can only process so much.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, even if it is just two instruments. Mm-hmm. I think I think maybe he wrote it out. Maybe I'm not really sure, but I don't think you're too far off. Michael, as far as like whether he wrote it out, they wrote it out or not. I mean, it's like you have to be on the same page. It's like this section is going
Right.
to move into this session, and like they brought back kind of like a reprise. They brought back the initial theme and the initial melody toward the end. So we kind of went on this whole adventure, and we kind of lost where we were, and then we kind of landed. We come and it took us back home. So that's definitely not like done by accident.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whoops.
so maybe it's like a combination of the both, but I think that's an understood goal.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're just that proficient, you can have a complicated conversation, with any other musician that can speak the language that well, right? And so to us, like what they're just like having a conversation, right? And so like to us, even like people that play music and things like that, like it's so interesting to hear people that like are really so well versed and fluent in like whatever language that they're speaking together and able to communicate together like that, to be able, even if it is like that where it's like they're jumping from little part to part and then kind of like doing whatever they want in between, being able to do that with like subtle looks or a little lick or a slight hand signal like
Right.
that is just so impressive.
It's like Duolingo met Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.